Alrighty, so hello guys. So main thing today, I thought I'd go over what the odds of getting this on a free roll would be. I honestly don't know, but I got it, and I got the Divine Warbringer, so that's cool, right? Comes with all the special little bonuses, and I thought, all right, fine. I gotta get you guys Genie of Wishes so you can see what this is all about too. Which is to say that after the battle starts, you get 4% attack and 12% defense. I mean, you can't go wrong there. But the nice thing is developing skill is that you unlock magic lamps 50% faster and 5% more base magic lamps from the Assault Lamp Thief. Right? Now, when you have it active, it's relatively straightforward. You go out and you hit the Lamp Thief, and you get yourself some lamps. And naturally, I'm still trying to get eternal pieces, so we're still going through that process. Of course, you can always go out and buy yourself some extra gems, and if you're wanting to save some money, check the description down below and get the AppCoin wallet and also the Legend of Mushroom APK down in the description. You just basically log in like you normally would if you were in. Obviously, the main thing is you want to make sure that you save your have your account hooked up with like Google, something along those lines, and have it already tied before you uninstall the game. But you just go to the description, you'd install the game, and basically once you've installed it and then you've got the AppCoin wallet, then you can basically jump in here and basically save money on packs, and you can get 5% of your money back with the Dakanoth reward code. And again, all the instructions are in the description if you want to look into that. But that said, of course, the major event that everybody knows about is the Firework Fest. So we've got the Carnival Night event, and of course, right now I'm looking at the main benefit is you can get a hold of Cheetah Zero, you can get the Chrono Prism, which, as you guys all know, that's very cool, right? Also Countdown Blast, which is also cool, right? And then, if that doesn't intrigue you, you can also get the Countdown Blast Premium, which is kind of a cool green tone that they've got on the skin, plus they've got some other items. Now, the other thing, and I think some people have probably picked up on this already, is that if you go down and grab the Future Pioneer skin, you can get that cool little skin that they've got, plus the Alpaca Bell, which reduces enemy attack by 6%, which, I don't know, some people might find that handy to have. I just picked it up simply because, why not? Now, with that in mind, I mean, yes, there is quite a bit of stuff as far as, like, in the Avian department. I'm still basically training Magic Cat, and then I'm throwing it at, different types, like Michelle, for example. I'm still trying to re-roll for a Michelle that might be handy, and I'm also kind of trying to get what I would describe as like decent affixes over. So, like, for example, if I could, it'd be nice to try and transfer, like, say, an aggressive lemon or even the Impulse Penguin and try to get some of those to carry over. But the trouble is that anything lower than a rare is not really going to have a very easy time, and that's kind of the unfortunate reality that it is, the actual avians themselves, and so you kind of have to work with what you got. It's incredibly cold where I'm at, so I apologize for the extra added noise from the fan. I'll see if here I can turn it down a little, but yeah, it's been an interesting couple of days, as you guys all probably have experienced some form of winter weather lately. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and we'll roll as many as we can for Michelle and see what we get. Of course, I do have some other avians in here that we can kind of explore with, like Horus, for example. I'm just shy of getting it to where I want it to be, but the problem is I keep acquiring these bad affixes, so you kind of have to either try to roll and get them out or get the ones that you want in. And that's kind of a tricky thing to do. It's not, I wish it was easier, but it's really not. So like here, it's like, I don't really want those. What I'm really after, if anything, is probably something like, oh, see if I could get like easier age, maybe that wouldn't be so bad. But like even like this would be an improvement. So we'll go ahead and go for that. Again, always focusing on getting higher growth, because I think if you're tackling it that way, you're really going to bound to get what you're after eventually. It's just a matter of hitting the probability and getting in the right affixes. Now, of course, as you guys all are probably aware, there is obviously an opportunity to get a hold of the moon hair for 60% PAL damage. So for any of you guys wanting to roll for that beast tamer build, that'll be a nice boon to you. And obviously saving up anything or everything on relics. I did, however, go through cross server showdown this weekend, and I will say that if you're wanting to like have a stupid amount of not necessarily the cross server crystals, but like you're wanting the actual cost, you'll notice I have 720k. You can get a stupid amount of this just from going through and doing the event. So like you basically go over and kill the main bosses. You'll see them on the server tab, but it's really easy to kill them. And you can get like easily 100k plus points that way. I had like 200k from that one game match, which was ridiculous. But again, I'm only aiming for really just kind of the minimum amount of effort for the most amount of reward, and trying to get the most we can get out of that, right? And that said, I don't know. I would say about the only other thing that we got to explore today is we do need to go into Cloud Ascension, and there's quite a bit in here that we need to tweak and mess around with. So we'll go ahead and see what we got for options. So we got somebody at 94k power, 85% crit, 100% combo. That's very, very good. Like, that's honestly, I can't really ask for anything better than that. So we'll go ahead and take that and we'll put ourselves side by side, and then we'll just run through, because we ought to be able to completely just merge, swap out really without any trouble. But again, it's one of the difficulties, and I can see how a lot of people might be in a hurry to get like some of the event items for this January, but like where I'm at right now, I say you kind of need to probably wait, just kind of see what we've got coming up, because I know there's a couple of collab events that I haven't seen come up yet, and I don't know, it's like it always seems like around this time of the year, especially now that we're kind of working our way into February and then eventually March and April, there's going to be some major event content items that are bound to come around the corner. So for me, I'm just trying to make the most of it with what I have, and if anything, the one things that I have picked up on is a lot to do with our new star array heroes that, I think, you can get a hold of them free to play for the most part. You don't necessarily need to spend to get them. And that is nice. Like, it is kind of a convenience that you at least have a chance at it. Now, I will say that between like me and this guy at 94k power, I mean, really about the only difference is this guy's got a stupendous amount into all of the other perk benefits, which, if you want my 2 cents on perk benefits and such, like even here, I'm probably going to die, looks like. So, I don't know if we'll actually end up winning that or not. He might still be tanky enough to win. Okay, cool. But yeah, so like now I died, so I'm hoping that he doesn't die here. So anyway, I mean, really, anyway you slice it. Now, of course, I don't really have to do it this way. I guess I could just, even though it's 50. The nice thing about the spectral chant is you can get away with just like that, just like immediately getting all your XP back. So that's why I really, really like the spectral chant, which is the Castle Candelabrum, or the giant candlestick I'm here, carrying in my hand. Now, I think the next best thing, right, is if you were to like go above and beyond and see, the thing is, right, is wherever you really stand on this, it's not really too important. However, I will say that, like, between these 3 items, right, you've got those, you got hearts, and then you got these. I am more prone to getting the Ascended Scrolls than I am anything else, just because of the benefit that has on your class awakening. Now, as a matter of fact, you'll notice that I am actively trying to bring up my crit resistance, my global defense, HP. Like, these are all kind of in their own mixed bag, but I always prioritize the amount of attack I have. It's not to say you can't swap this out, like bring these down and then bring these up. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, you could even increase your crit resistance. I just like to just kind of keep it a little bit even across the board. And, you know, of course, in my prayer statue, I've got all S plus combo. I am working on a set of global HP, but I've got to get the shrooms to get there, right? And of course, main thing is you always want to go, and if you've already done this, you probably should do this every day, or at least try to. I, for one, don't really have the benefit all the time, because sometimes I come on here and he hasn't collected his crops, so I have nothing I can help him with. So then I'm left to just kind of handle what I've got and just kind of deal with it the way it is. And there's really nothing wrong with that, you know. It's kind of the way that open hand basket is. That said, I don't know, you know, I mean, about the only other thing that I've been messing with is obviously I still do have a bunch of enchants. I have not yet rolled an enchant that I want. I've gotten a couple here and there that are pretty close, but yet we're still not quite in the right area. Like, you can tell, like, every once in a while we'll get like a couple here and there that have been pretty interesting. Like, for example, you know, like some of these boss damage resistances or crit resistance bonuses are interesting, they're intriguing, but, you know, when you compare it to a 600% damage bonus, I'm obviously going to be in favor of damage, because to me, an offense is a better defense. But at some point, you know, you've got to go through and you've got to really invest pretty heavily into the amount of talents you have. And, I mean, even given right now, it's Soul Rush. Now, of course, we are going to go through and do that real fast, so we'll pop on over here, go to Acquisition, and we'll go ahead and get ourselves the couple extra that we got there. And then we'll just go over into the embed, and we will go ahead and pick up, looks like we're shy for HP, so we're going to end up going with crit resistance, which is fine. I mean, because the way I say it, you eventually are going to need that. And crit resistance and defense are both just as handy as HP is in a lot of ways. Now, that'll get us a little bit of stiff, not a ton, but a little, just enough to kind of get us by. Now, as far as the actual event goes, now we're going to grab these, and I should hopefully have enough in the actual journey that we'll be able to pop these 20 here. Yeah, and so now we'll go through and we'll actually, oh yeah, see, we even got enough for that too. Plus we got some pack cards, so let's go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll come back. So basically we'll just go to the Star Hero draw here, and let's see what we got. Okay. Ooh, cool, we got the monkey. We got a monkey. We got the monkey. What the monkey do? Let's see. So apparently every 15 seconds after the battle starts, deal 500% of current AoE combo damage. Hey, I like that. That'd be pretty handy. So whether or not that's better or worse than the main active skill, though, that's a question of using AoE damage equal to 5% of your max HP. Yeah, I think I'll probably swap this out, actually, and use the damage resistance instead. Because this is going to give you main shield 7.5%. Like this, I'm not going to use as much. So we'll go ahead and take this out. And we will take this out. We'll do a swap-a-roo here. And we will put the monkey. In fact, I almost kind of feel like we had to put the Genie of Wishes in there, actually. Because the benefit of that is you get 4% attack and 12% defense. But, I don't know. At the same time, it's like gaining a 15, well, that's also every 15 seconds, though. That's the only downside of that, where this starts at the beginning. So, for that reason, I'm going to go in favor of Genie of Wishes, and then we'll go with the Warbringer, and that's just going to give us the right amount. You know, and I there are some, I like here, I could consistently take away, like, the shield benefit here. Take that away. We could conceivably, releasing the main active skill increases attack speed. That's handy. Releasing the main shield skill increases crit rate. Releasing the main passive skill increases stun rate. I don't know. I think we could probably go with Chronos right here, actually, because I kind of feel like we could use a stun. That really wouldn't be so bad. But, you know, it's It is what it is. But we'll take it, right? That's going to give us a little nice active mulch. And then, of course, now that we have that, let's go ahead and jump into challenge here and just see if that actually did us any good. And yeah, it's not doing a crazy amount of damage by any means, but I don't know. At the same token, it's like there is a weird, yeah, so at least we got through it. 4 I wouldn't even be able to, so it's really kind of surprising to say the least, actually. Oh, and that's something else we can do, is we can do cross-server ranked matches. So this is just what my build's like in PvP, in case you're wondering, like, what exactly is this like? Like, this is what it's like. And it varies depending on the player I'm running into. It's not, like, consistently one way or the other. But, you know, it is what it is. You're not really going to have a whole lot of trouble. I would be surprised if we actually get challenged by somebody that's decent enough to knock me out. We might, but I just doubt it. Oh, speak of the devil. Eventually I do run into somebody. Knock on wood. You ask and you shall receive. And conveniently, it always happens to be the panda crossbow. So that's really not terribly surprising to me. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? But we're only in Grandmaster 2 right now, so we're not, like, going head over heels over anything. We will, however, pick up the Awakening Crystal. And then we'll go over here. And we will pick up and convert. And then we will... I think we'll probably go ahead and drop another 12 into the Kuras. We'll eventually need to switcheroo that, but we'll do it later. Okay, let's go up into Carnival. Let's see what we get for a draw. So we got 40 draws. Total limited rewards. So quite a ways there still before we even really hit anything meaningful. And even then, I'm not so sure. It seems like it's kind of, it's achievable, but like getting there is not going to be easy. So like there's another 10. Let's see if we might be able to, I don't know. We'll be close anyway. With like 15 draws, let's just go ahead and try it. So we'll just pick up a $10 one and we'll just do that. And that'll give us a chance. So let's see what we get here. 3 draws away. We'll either get another, what are we going to get? Okay, so we got some more empowerment gears. That's fine. Honestly, that's really not that bad. I think I'll take empowerment gears. That's not bad. And voila. Okay. So, at this point, you know, it's like, with that in mind, I guess I could probably put the other remaining 38 in here. And there we go. We got the Future Pioneer skin, plus we got another 10 in here for the Carnival. So we'll just go ahead and drop the 10. And with what's left, we've got 10 in here. And of those items that you can get on 10, I say we grab the Divine Hammers. I'm going to pick up those because... for me, just getting a little bit more is that much closer to getting that extra 3,000%. But, you know, I mean, again, there's obviously the benefit of going through and actually getting all of these down the row. Plus, this goes back into what I was kind of saying earlier, which is these are really where all the value is. Like, picking up a trial card and Avian gave away are going to help long term, and mining license and joyful are just kind of conveniences. Monthly card is just going to give you that much more lamps and that much more gems, and it gives you a little bit more to work with, but more importantly, it gives you the speed up mode within the magic lamp, which, as you might already know, this is pretty painfully slow, so the faster it is, the better it is, and therefore, well, the better your life is in general. You know, again, you might notice I have about 12 extra pickaxes, and that's just from the star array. So there's not really a whole lot more to it. In any case, thank you guys for watching. And again, if you want to save some money, make sure to check down the description below.